week, our PNG jungle adventure continues. We've steamed to the furthest corner of the western province of Aramia River to hunt down the toughest freshwater fighting fish on the planet, the Papuan black bass. This is a seriously big fish.
Oh, that fucking hurt. I'll just bang out of the blue.
This time, I'm going head-to-head with my arch nemesis.
Got you now.
Who last time managed to lose my PB black bass.
So how do we net the fish again? Like that?
This time, I'm out for sweet revenge.
This is the stuff dreams are made of.
And nothing is going to stop me.
Wasn't bad enough with your catfish. Now you've organised bananas.
So you know what that means, Molly?
Yeah.
Next fish wins.
And I'm gonna win.
It's PNG versus Little Aussie Al. Let the games begin.
Give me a Yamaha any day.
Woohoo!
Fishing is my life. It's in my DNA. From above the water and below the surface. It's who I am.
Oh, yeah.
Join me as I travel the world in search of the most insane fishing experiences on the planet.
Oh, you got something under it, too. Oh, no. Uh-oh, this is not good. The croc out of nowhere comes in, smashes my barra. Oh, yeah. You're in for it now, buddy. Oh, yeah.
How good is that for a Mackie? Look at the size of it.
Get in the boat, Alex, and straight to the boat. I'm Al McGlashan, and this is Fishing with Buddies. Woohoo! These past few days, cruising the Aramia River aboard the luxurious K2O have been an absolute blast. The fishing has been a little bit slow, given the late wet season here.
Come on, baby. Oh, yeah.
It's a nice fish,
That's
mate.
a good fish.
But with a 27-pound Papuan black bass, which is a new PB for yours truly, and a monster barra,
You know the ridiculous part? This is bycatch.
well, let's just say Al is in a happy place. But that could all be about to change as I take on my old mate and arch enemy, Molly. Molly works for Sport Fishing PNG, pretending to be a fishing guide.
So Al reckons that he's the best fisherman in the world. So I'm just gonna sabotage his line even though he doesn't really need it. So I just pulled off 5 meters of line and I'm gonna wind it back on so when he goes for his first cast, I'm gonna watch his lure go straight into the trees.
So while Molly kindly offered to set up my gear, I thought I'd enjoy a lazy breakfast with my fellow fishermen aboard K2O.
24 pounds, huh?
24 pounds. Went like the crackers.
Now, Brian, enough about your fish. Molly is in trouble today. He is going down.
Yeah, well, he skinned you last time.
I'm sure he didn't quite skin us, you know, it was close.
Molly totally skinned me last time. Not only did he catch the most bass,
This one's for PNG!
but he also caught the biggest barra.
Bloody PNG!
God, they're strong. And just when it looked like I was about to land my biggest bass of all time, Molly decided to try and pull out a new netting technique, which didn't end well for me.
And I can still remember looking down going, was the winning fish. Gone. Oh, I'll never forget that moment.
PB, come back, you bastard. Lucky for Molly, I don't hold grudges. Today is a whole new competition. And let's just say there might be a little Aussie retribution.
Good. Rightio, PNG versus Australia. I brought my tackle.
Oh my God.
Come on, mate, this is a rematch. I've got to take this seriously.
You ready to lose, huh?
There'll be no losing here.
Oh, plenty of losing for you.
Now, this is your fish. The way you net, that's the way I net.
No, that's how I net the fish for you.
No, that's how I'm netting them for you now. We're swapping it around. See that? Big bass doesn't fit in. Your fish will actually still fit in. My fish, your fish. My fish, your fish.
Molly has been a fishing guide for years. He knows these waters like the back of his hand. And when it comes to Papuan black bass, let's just say he's a bit of a master.
So the PNG black bass, they aren't like any other fish you can go and catch, you know. They're One, they got massive tails on them, which gives them big thrust when, you know, when they want to kick. They got big, broad shoulders on them, big teeth, locked jaws on them. As soon as they hit that lure, you know, they're going heading home straight for the snags. And they're just, the power you feel in them is unbelievable.
All right, what's the plan?
Oh, we'll cast at this spot. You got a little back eddy with a snag in there.
Rightio.
So we'll have a couple of flicks.
There is nothing better than getting that first cast right into the snag. But it's better when your lure's attached to your line.
Just happened to not be attached to the other end. Look at it.
Don't look at me.
This is not the way I was planning to start the competition. It is game on. So the rules of this fishing comp are pretty simple. The angler who catches the most bass and barra wins. But this year, Molly has taken it to the next level.
I thought I'd come up with the idea of having -1 for each catfish caught on board.
Well, that idea backfired for Molly very quickly.
Yep. I'd help you, but I'm not. Oh, what have you got? What have you got? -1 catfish.
We're talking up Molly as a gun angler.
Wasn't it you that said -1 for a caddy?
But he's just embarrassing himself.
Just to prove there's evidence.
And no sooner had Molly released caddy number 1, guess what happens? Talk about jinxing yourself.
You know, this rematch isn't really kicking off that well. I'd just be embarrassed if I was you.
So I'm 2 points in front of Molly, and I haven't even caught a fish yet. How's that for skill? But my luck was about to change when Molly sought some advice from the locals.
So I'm just trying to find out if there was an old river that flowed through here.
Oh, radio, so deeper channel?
Yeah, that's right. An old channel like that would have old snags still in it.
You know what? If it wasn't bad enough with your catfish, not that I caught any, now you've organised bananas.
Yeah, they're for you.
You're digging me a hole, aren't you? Thank you.
I'm not superstitious at the best of times.
Thank you, guys.
But when it comes to bananas on a fishing boat, well, that's been a no-go for centuries. And I soon came to realise why.
Oh, baby! Got him on! Are you watching?
I catch a catfish. It's the one fish I don't want to catch.
You know what I've just worked out? Those locals that were trying to tell you when you were asking about the fish,
Yep.
I realised. They're saying, don't fish here, too many catfish. You're -2 and I'm -1.
Well, you're catching up.
And if that wasn't bad enough, the very next cast, I brought the score back to even.
That sucks so bad. I put the smaller lure on. You know, it said RMG snag free. Well, it didn't say frigging catfish free, did it?
All right.
Yellow.
Yep.
Bloody hell.
So as sexy as -2 may sound, we decided to scratch the catfish. The catfish are gone. We're going to bring the score back to 0. And at the very least, I got to prove that the banana theory was 100% true. So there was only one thing left
Bananas.
to
You can have the bloody things.
Thank you.
do. Ditch the bananas, get up river, and start again. Now, when it comes to hooking bass, there's only one way to describe it. It's like hooking a runaway freight train.
Bass, bass, bass.
I've got the bite, he's screamed across, both thumbs on the spool, and he's arched around the back of the boat. I can't stop him, even with 2 thumbs on the spool, the drag cranked up, and it's just running. This is a seriously big fish.
Oh, that fucking hurt.
But what does it do? It goes all the way back into the snag. It hooks up, and the next thing you know, I can feel I'm dragging all the snag with me.
Oh, and he's come out the side there.
So when it comes to catching black bass, the number one thing is to turn its head, because the bass love to hit when they're on their way back into the snags. It's home for them.
The longer the bass stays in the snag, the bigger the chance that you're going to get destroyed. You have to get it out.
You got a mat?
Yep. He's out now. Holy cow, that was the bite from hell. You know, getting that fish out of snags is hard enough, but now I have my biggest hurdle because Molly's on the net, and we all know what Molly's like on the net.
So how do we net the fish again? Like that?
You know, last time it was a PB, and this time it could be another PB at the rate that bloody bite is. Just when it looked like I was on top of the fight, I'm looking into the water for colour. Up comes a big lump of seaweed and no fish. That is until I looked at what's underneath. Woohoo! Holy cow, look at that. How funny is that?
Just a monster fish that hit so hard. He actually peeled his thumb from that. And yeah, getting it in the net was just properly in the net. It was a good sign of relief for us.
My PB that I set just a few days ago at 27 pounds, just looking at this fish, I reckon I'm blowing it out of the park.
32, 34, 34 minus, what, 2 pounds for the net is 32.
32 pounds.
A new PB. Congrats.
And guess what?
What?
Australia.
Yeah.
That was an absolutely awesome fish.
Oh, yeah, how was that hit?
Just came like, just bang out of the blue. You know, I've been coming to PNG for years and years, trying to crack a monster black bass. And to finally do it after probably 10 years, look at that. Oh, that's what it's all about. That's why I keep coming back to PNG. The best part is that while my bass took the score to 1-0, poor old Molly followed it up with yet another catfish special. You're -1, so I'm actually 2 up.
It's all right.
Winners, go the Aussies!
Still got plenty of time.
It's over, mate.
Day's
We're going
not
home.
over.
Let's go. That's it. I've had enough.
I'm going on the boat, remember?
I'm going home.
You can swim
way.
home.
I decided to give Molly some quiet time while he attempted to shake off his catfish curse. Meanwhile, Jace invited me to lunch. But what I didn't realise was the local Goala boys hadn't actually caught it yet.
Yeah, mate, meet these two fellas, Hodgson and Abox.
Al, how are you?
Two best hunters here.
Two best hunters.
Yep. And they're going to show you how to hunt, traditional style.
Now, I love my bow hunting, but these custom-made PNG models, well, I tell you what, that was above my skill range, I can assure you. All right, here we go. Ooh. Good shot, close, but I'm leaving you to the hunting. I'm here, I'm an observer, right?
We're just observing, mate. It's better that way.
Come on, let's get the arrow. Dinner time. The Goala tribe have been hunting and gathering their food this way for thousands of years. And it was a real privilege to witness it up close.
Can you see?
It didn't take long before we came across a cassowary. Hodgson took aim and nailed it. Holy moly.
Yeah.
When they go, they go.
There's dinner.
Oh, good shot.
Very good shot.
Dinner. Back on the water, Molly and I were about to get into our final fishing session. Leading by 2 points, I was quietly confident that an Australian victory was imminent. Although, it looked like Molly had his game face on.
This is where you get beat.
This is where I get beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. I believe a few things in my life, and that's not one of them. But I barely got my lure wet before it looked like my old mate, Catfish Molly, was on. And just when I thought he'd hooked another friend with whiskers, it looked to be fighting like a proper fish. You sure it's a catty?
It's got a bit more fight in it.
Or, you know what? I reckon you could be on something better. When Molly hooked up, this fish stayed deep and did the typical catfish thing, you know, just soaking on the bottom. Is it? Come on. Is it? That's not a catty. But then suddenly things changed. The catfish that's sitting on the bottom with whiskers came up to the top. Catfish don't come to the top. And then it came out of the water. That's a foul hook barra. Oh, his catfish turned into a barra. It played a little bit funny at the start, But by the end, unfortunately,
Big
it was a
fatty.
proper fish. Suddenly, things were not looking so good for Australia.
What about that? Or that? Or that? Or that?
I'll let the fish myself.
You know, it was tempting when that fish came to the net that I'd return the favour that he'd done so kindly to me. But you know what? I'm a genuine fisherman. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to net his fish properly. I'm not going to jump. Barramundi. Oh. Now, did you see how I netted that? Hang on, look at this. What I do now is now he's stuck in there. So you put it on after. 90...
What do we got?
96 and a half. You'd almost get 97 out of that. Now, Molly, this would naturally bring you back to 1 because you were -1 because of your caddies.
Mm-hmm.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to up the stakes.
So?
You're back to 1. This is 1-1 now. 1 barra versus 1 massive bass. So being a good Aussie as I am, I decided we need to scratch the catfish. So it's 1 barra for PNG, 1 bass for Australia. That means 1-1. So you know what that means, Molly?
Yeah.
Next fish wins.
And I'm gonna win.
All right, let's get him in because I'm going to catch a bigger fish now.
Let it go.
Thanks to my charitable spirits, it's now come down to the wire. Good boat driving technique, mate. Does it help you catch anything other than catfish? And while my catfishing friend was sipping on his latte, I was on the job. I'm a bit worried. Oh, yep, oh, that was holy. Yep, got him. So with the scores locked at 1-1, Australia is on the verge of claiming victory with a monster. The only problem is it's got whiskers. This is like a flat, upside-down, whiskered barra. This is the stuff dreams are made of. I said next fish wins. I gave you your catfish before, and now I have got back. Oh my God.
You hooked him.
That is a winning fish. Not only did I win, but I hooked it in the tail. Now that is pure fishing skill. You know the worst part?
Does Australia want to really win with a catfish? He wants Australia to win a trophy with a catfish. Shame.
You want a catfish?
Yes.
Beautiful. This is like an Australian catfish, a winning catfish. And what's better, I caught someone's dinner in the process. All right, in the canoe with the coconuts. Whoop. There you go, dinner is served. So everybody wins, except Molly. Thanks, buddy. See you later.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm going to win a competition, it's with a good fish.
Oh, that's what they all say when they're not winning. Besides beating Molly again and landing my 32-pound trophy Papuan black bass, the absolute highlight of this amazing adventure was helping the boys from Sport Fishing PNG take much-needed school, sport and medical supplies into the village of Ali.
When we first came to this village, everyone was a bit scared of us. True?
Yeah?
They're all scared of us.
Scared, yeah?
Very curious, wondering what we're doing here. So I called him PNG Tribal Foundation.
With the support from PNG Tribal Foundation and Rotary Port Moresby, Jason and his crew have been helping the Goala people for the past few years. This time, that included mattresses for their hospitals, a basic necessity these people have never had.
My passion is not just the fishing. I feel good because I'm helping people out. I'm helping all these remote communities with just the basics. You know, a simple bandage goes a long way.
The people of the Aramia River have a pretty rich culture up there. They're very colourful as well with the things their outfits, their canoes, their paddles. They really like to show their culture. So we like to show that to everybody that comes here. And we make sure we put a good show for everybody. And the villagers are all very welcoming, all waving hands as you come past them. And yeah, they just enjoy us being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
This is a gift from the community. You need yours.
Oh, beautiful.
He said you may need it.
I may need it. Oh, right. Well, I've got a Yamaha. Yamahas don't break down. Thank you. of the paddle seemed like an innocent gesture at the time, it seems that word had spread that Australia had claimed victory with a catfish. And now it would appear that PNG were going to have the last laugh.
White bass, white bass.
Initiation. He's now becoming a village chief.
Holy moly! Holy moly! I can't see. Fuzzy Wuzzy Chinaman.
I think he likes you.